Alright, so today we are going to test out Anavel and the Dark Homunculus. The free rune removal, I was able to change some stuff on them. It's the first time we get Guild Wars since then. So I will now be testing them out on, various, teams that I can possibly put together with them. I haven't really thought too much about Anavel. I mean, I've used it a few times so far, but not too much, not too big yet. And the Dark Homunculus I've tried a couple of times as well, but not extensive training with it, and it was not too successful on Saturday's Guild Wars when I did it right after I respect it. But Anavel, I'm sure many people have seen many other people's videos. Anavel is super strong. Unfortunately, mine's not max skilled yet. Mine's far from max skilled. I only have like 3 double mons into it so far, and you really need, I think, skill 3 to be maxed, skill 2 to be maxed out for her to be really good. Skill 3 is nice to have max, but skill 2 I think is really just 4-turn heal and a 3-turn heal is a really big difference. That's just, even on violent, even on, fairly fast, 4-turn heals just don't do enough. They just don't heal quick enough to sustain through all the crazy damage that is in the meta right now. Most bruisers team can still punch out a lot of damage, and 3-turn heals, 4-turn heals is not, even like a Chasun heal is pretty hard to keep up with all the damage that comes out now. But we will see if I can make it work. Maybe it's not just complete. I mean, Anavel to me just seems like bruiserish team. Armor break eventually. Armor break plus the 3-turn armor break will eventually you'll eventually kill as long as they don't have too much immunity on the other side. But again, we gotta just see what we have out there. No. We will be starting that. Music. Why is this stuff not starting up when my computer starts up? It used to. Nightbot, which is where I use my music from, they used to just pop up when. I'm also right now living in giant speed time because I need to get faster. I need faster swift sets. Um, not even despair. I do need despair runes, but I just need faster swift sets. That's what my main goal is. Not even just for Bernard, just for everyone in general. Okeanos. I may even put Sekhmet on them. I'm not sure about it yet. I just need to get faster. So, hey Matthew, how you doing? Welcome. I'm like I said, I just need much faster runes. I don't have a slot 4 or slot 6 speed Swift rune that has any decent speed. You might be first. Yes, you are first into the stream. So welcome. The stream just started up like 2 minutes ago. Anyway, well, maybe like 4 minutes ago. But yes, you are first. Well, at least the first one to say something. I don't know. So if we have people lurking in here who haven't been talking, that's possible too. So, just let me know if how do I look and stuff like that. I have been a little bit under the weather. What's my new toy? It's the one I pulled last week. It's Anavel and the Dark Homunculus. So those are two things that they're not new. I mean, I pulled them a week ago, but they haven't been in action yet. And we finally put free rune rule. I got to put the runes on them. So we're gonna test it out in a few minutes. But yeah, it's I mean, everyone knows Animal's really good. I'm not, breaking anything new about how good it is, but it's just, again, new for me. So I got to see what team composition is going to work with me for, how it's going to work. Basically, is it just going to be all water units to be working, or because I mean that leader skill is really good for water units. 38% crit rate's really high. I was thinking about trying to take advantage of that versus just. Again, I was just thinking about a lot of team compositions in my head that may or may not work with it. Just kind of. I think what the safest team for it to really work with is just a lot of sustain. If I don't have immunity, if I had immunity working out with it, that'd probably be really good. If I actually ruined up Delphoy, which is probably the plan I should do again, is just re-ruin Delphoy again, or Rukuni. Rukuni doesn't. I don't think Rukuni really works the job too well with it. But just the idea of cleansing does seem to. Maybe even just Veramos alone should be good. But again, and the Dark Homunculus too. I think it's just Dark Homunculus plus normal damage dealers should be fine. So Dark Homunculus Theo, Dark Homunculus Hua, Dark Homunculus, Water Monkey King. That's kind of what my combinations are generally going to be with that. But and you may, if Anavel's as good as I think it's going to be, it's probably going to become a staple into like my guild wars like every day. When I need to win, not when I'm goofing around and. Not saying I do that too often, but there are times I bring my less commonly used units out there, and if I use those, it should be okay. But if not, I think Anavel is becoming that. Again, once we get Devilmons into Anavel, we need a lot more Devilmons. We're gonna need like 7 or 8 Devilmons for it to really work out well, at least. But yeah, Anavel is just so stat hungry that I've got to make sure that I have no idea how much damage it does. I have no idea how much she heals for right now. So I am going to have to test that out to see how well that's doing. Light Homunculus, I think this Dark Homunculus is going to work a lot better than my Light Homunculus was. It's just the Rock on one just wasn't working. The synergy just wasn't working for me. I couldn't get that to work. I can't explain why. I can't explain why. There's just too many things to go wrong with the Light Homunculus. Will runes go wrong with it. You wanted Armor Break plus strong attackers to get those to work, plus Strip. There's just not enough utility out there. There's not a Light Homunculus healing is not enough. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I shouldn't announce it. Never mind. just one of my guildies pulled an insane amount of stuff not too long ago. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Orange pulled a crap load of stuff. I'm sure she's gonna have a video on that too, so if you do follow her, definitely watch her next summoning video if she does post it. It's insane what she pulled. Again, I'm not gonna spoil what she did, but it's absolutely insane. She will hit Guardian 3 in a few weeks. I guarantee it. I'm not sure if there are fans of Orange out there, but she just pulled like game-changing after game-changing after game-changing monster in like a small summon session, or I don't know how small it was actually, but I am completely salty if she wasn't an awesome person that to see those kind of summons from one person at one time in a short period of time. Like, when I pulled my Anavel's nice, Juno's nice, Segment's nice. I have, okay ones. She's gotten well beyond that, well game-changing monsters afterwards. So, I am very happy for her, but a little salty. But the worst thing is she has. I know in her recent video she was talking about possibly double mining Nat 4s. Hopefully she hasn't done that, because she's gonna need all those double mines for all the crap that she just pulled. And I don't know what else there could have been other stuff in there that she got besides what I saw. Vero, Sig, Bernard, Bella, Spectre. TOA normal. So Vero, that's okay. You probably don't. Sig's okay. You probably want Beretta. Beretta's really gonna help you for TOA. Beretta, he's fusible. He's the Fire Self. I think he's actually part of Sigmar's Fusion. Actually, I could be wrong if he's part of Sigmar's Fusion, but basically, Beretta is known as the king of TOA for a really good reason. Basically, his skill set is really set for TOA. It's all the crowd control that you need, dots for the damage. Spectra, Bella, those are really, overall, that's a good team overall, but I think Beretta is really going to be that key unit that you're missing. Skill 2, it took me a long time to realize how huge his skill 2 is. When I first started using Beretta, I always felt it was skill 3 that was the big one. The one that put up the dots, AoE dots, 2 dots, on despair, so the stun can possibly help there, and putting out. I thought that was the important skill. After been using Beretta for so long, skill 2 is so huge. I would replace Sigmaris on there or Bernard. Go to Goodwill contest? Sure. Hey Mirage, how you doing, by the way? Let me just finish this giant tron. Okay. I've been actually kind of sick. I don't know how I'm feeling. I feel better now, but I was actually sick yesterday. Like all day yesterday, I was like terrible, and even now I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather. But I've slept for like 20 hours in the last day and a half. Let me do one more so I don't have my energy overflow. Yeah, I've taken some Tylenol. I've been actually drinking a little bit of Gatorade too, because I felt a little dehydrated as well. But I think I feel fine. But that's because I kind of just slept all day. So I do actually doing some RTA now might be good, because I have reruined some of my units for RTA and I wanted to see how it works out. The only thing is, I think at the lower levels or mid levels, there's going to be more will runes than I want. Don't drink Gatorade when sick. but I felt dehydrated, so I think it helped me boost up my energy. Because I wasn't drinking as much as I normally do, so I needed that. Will dehydrate more? No? Really? Really? Didn't know that. Okay. Oh. So, what was that name? Let me scroll up again, find that name again. Alright, let's see if we can get into these good word battles. So, what was that name again? Oh, this feels really weird, clicking on a... Is there no one in here now? Did it end already? It looks like no one's in here. Seems odd. 4 minutes ago. It looks like there were people said later 4 minutes ago. So maybe it just ended. Hey man, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. No password. I don't need to do that. Sure, why not? If people want to do that. That's right, Twitch.tv, right? I am playing on global. Really? Okay, fine. Screw it. A good team for arena offense or defense. At your level, it's just gonna be your best ruined units. That's really all it's gonna be. You know, when you're just starting out the game, your best arenas units are just whatever you have your best runes on. Generally, if it's Vero, Bella, Bernard, that defense works fine. To hold fighter 1, fighter 2. Obviously better units work better, but I mean right now early on, it's really just it doesn't matter what unit you have. It's just whatever has your best runes. Just go with if your best runes are on your farming units, just put it out there as your it's going to give you the best success rate. Really early on, other people are not really caring about what you have. They just see if they can bruise it out or not. A lot of times, if you just have better runes or not, that's really all it's going to be. If you're faster, if you have stuff like Orion or stuff like that, it will help. But really, just early on, worry about just putting your best rune units out. You shouldn't be worried too much about building a strong defense anyway. Your main focus should be just farming as many glory points as you can. Get those buildings up high. Because the only reward you really get for being higher in arena is a couple more crystals, depending on where you are. So, and not saying that the extra crystals are not a big deal, but the weekly. So basically, if you're hitting here, you say you're hitting like 1300. The difference between 1300 and 25 crystals, that's not too much. Even here, the difference here from Fighter 3 and Conqueror 1, 50 crystals, it's a nice reward if you can hit it. It's not game changing, so don't worry too much about your arena rank. Worry about farming these glory points. Worry about building, these buildings up. Mysterious Plant up max. Mysterious Plant, Sanctum of Energy, and then these other ones here. The Sky Totem, your crit damage building. The attack. Those are what your focus. You don't know why Orion's good, because Orion's just attack bar booster like Bernard, that also applies armor break, and he also strips. So that's kind of what makes Orion really good. It's just he brings a lot of utility in one unit, and it's all randomness. So Batgirl Posse, I've never seen this guild before. I would have recognized this name. I don't know anyone in this guild, I don't think. Reading names right now. Alright, well, since my guild's already won this war, we can not feel bad about goofing around. Oh, okay. One of these guilds. So we have farming guilds. Really? This is a farming guild defense here? Rakan, Pisara, and Zeratul? Really? I guess I have to hit this. I mean, this one here is not a real defense. So it has no synergy. It doesn't. It's this. I mean, this team is obviously just farming here. It's a show-off team. I agree. No, it's not. But it's just really, really crazy units. Or that's really just showing our Zeratul. I mean, these two. I mean, they're nice units, but they're not anything crazy that you don't have to worry about. So we're going to bring this. I think still is a. I should probably bring a healer for it too, because they have some sustain. Because the second life from them, his comeback may actually do a lot of damage. I have no idea what the hell this bottom team is doing. And it shouldn't really make a difference. So. Oh, wait, Olivia has no runes now. I have to remember that. Just screw this. They're not being serious about it, so I won't be serious about that one. Lucian. Yeah, this top team is just... I really don't know what it's about. Besides showing off. Sleep Rakan. Oh, that's nice. You get that violent proc. Okay, that Zeratul had like less than 17,000 HP. So it's not even. I mean, I understand farming guilds, but it's just so disappointing when you actually I wanted to test out new units, and I don't get to have a fair fight against it. I gotta wake him up, which is kind of annoying. The reason I like the Dark Homunculus versus Rakan is if we have the ability to strip away his buffs. Rakan is very reliant on those buffs. I feel the immunity plus the attack buff. Orange is still in my guild, yes. Orange today had an insane summoning session. So if you are still watching her, whenever she posts out her next summoning video, she pulled like every top tier monster not everyone, but she's basically pulled a great retest speed, HP, triple HP. It depends on your subs. Can you get decent speed with triple HP? You want to get to about 180 speed. Anything else after that, however you can get to 180 speed, you do it. If you can go triple HP, go triple HP. If you need to get speed on slot 2, go speed on slot 2. Okay, so that I think we can bring out 170. Yeah, 170, 180 speed. That's generally somewhere in that range. Basically, my opinion is all PvP monsters all PvP monsters that you are not using with an attack bar booster need to at least hit that 170, 180 speed. Because if you're slower than 180 speed, you just get wrecked. What is the new toy out here? My new toy is Anavel, and we are bringing her out to this. I would like to mirror this, I just don't have the other 2 units to mirror him with. But what else can work with this here? So, Anavel, I don't think we need Anavel lead. So, there's not enough damage here. We don't need a stripper, actually. But I think Okeanos, Anavel, damage dealer. Theo? I think that should work, right? So, idea is reset Perna, kill Perna, and then have Anavel just go nuts on. Would Ritesh speed up your Giant Speed 10 team? That depends. Depends on what your Giant Speed 10 team is. He's generally not a unit you want for Giant Speed 10 because he's not he's not a heavy damage dealer. Let's just sleep. No sleep, fine. So I mean he may make it a little bit safer. Oh, that could be a problem. Shimite sick. Then no. In that case, oh, we need to cleanse. That's so nice, Anavel. Cleanse and heal. That's such a nice combination. But yeah, that team there that should be a fairly fast team with. Are you going no healer already? But yeah, you should be fine where you are right now with that. Ritesh won't speed that. Ritesh is not doing a lot of damage, so. His Anavel's so good. Sleep. Oh, we're actually gonna lose my Theo here. If it works, it's not a bad team if it works. Uh-oh. We need to stun, actually. Hopefully we get a stun down here so we don't get countered back and die from Theo. Oh, 130 is perfectly fine. Why did he not kill Theo? I'm glad he didn't, but that... Was that a counterattack one before? Was that just a counterattack before I wasn't paying attention to it? I forgot. Oh, it moved, right? It moved. And just decided to target Anavel. Come on, at least something that has a full defense. That at least is a scary defense there. Okay, fine. So I think we could bring up both toys for this fight here. Alright, so that first one here, we bring both. It now fills up all those slots that I need of a defense breaker plus damage dealer. Of course, it stuns the one unit. It depends on where you are, really, where you rank that, but 150 is generally a little bit too slow. Really? No armor break? Oh. 3-turn armor break, not enough. I mean, 3 hits. I really thought my mindset was it's always going to land on one person when you get 3 hits. So we're going to put this monkey to sleep. 3-turn sleep really just puts it, like, out of the equation. If we strip now, he's gonna have his skill up next turn anyway, so we'll just strip it now, I guess. Sleep. Sleep, hopefully. Okay. Don't wake it up. So that's beautiful, right there. That crowd control. I like the combination of these two. Just the crowd control from these two. Oh. So unfortunately now we have to wake it up. We could put it to sleep for another 3 turns actually if we wanted to, but we have to wake it up with Theo anyway, so we're going to get the armor break on him. Lockdown seems pretty damn nice though. I think these two together will be a very nice combination. Just the crowd control between the sleep from these 2 units. We're going to move before it anyway, so just hit it. What stats does Ritesh need? Needs HP, speed. HP and speed is all it really needs. You know, ideally, like, I don't think you need high accuracy on Ritesh because his debuffs are important. I don't think it needs a lot of accuracy. You want a little bit, probably like 30-40% accuracy if possible. You know, some defense would be nice. Crit rate's nice, not necessary. Whole counters was really bad choice here, by the way. 20% is decent. So we'll go to my friends list and we'll show Mirage's we'll show off his Ritesh. This is one of my friends list, a viewer here. My new toy is Anavel, not Ritesh. But we are showing a Ritesh because one of my viewers right now is asking how to ruin his. This is a high-end Ritesh, I think. Yeah, that's pretty high-end. That's 38,000 HP. 175 speed. Crit rate. Ideally, crit rate's nice, not necessary. You know, you probably want some defense on there but generally you're just going really tankiness. If you're going, that's not even grinded yet. Oh, but that's 18 speed. That's really nice. Defense there, I'm not sure if you grind that out or not. That's, holy crap, that's a nice rune. HP, I mean, it's a fatal rune, but 8 HP, 21 speed with a max roll and accuracy. That's pretty nice. Yeah, she is very stat needy. I'll show my Anavel in a second right now. Oh wow, you have this is a 5-star rune on there. I'm like anti 5. That's a good start. Again, 23,000 total plus 23,000. If it's plus 23,000, it's a good start. I mean, for Fido 3 level, Conqueror level, that's pretty good. This is, again, Derp is a Guardian level, right? Or C3 Guardian. I can't remember. If he actually rushes, he gets Guardian. That was Derp Legends. We can show off poop butts too, by the way. But again, that's high. I know, fairly high end Ritesh. That's a guard. I think Derp's a Guardian level player. I'd probably go with the 27,000 HP and 40% accuracy. I don't mind sacrificing the accuracy. The accuracy is not huge for Ritesh. It's nice. It's a nice bonus. Here's another plus 30,000 HP. Look, defense is nice on this. Speed's around the same, 170, 180. Like I said, for me, my magic number is 180. 170 seems to be, I like to be, the people who are 170 range, I like to be faster than them. So 180 is my magic number for tanky bruiser units. Obviously, speed leaders are really important too, so you actually try and get those first turns. But 170, 180 range is kind of what you're looking for. So yeah, again, another one, triple HP energy subset too. Find that interesting, energy. But again, really nice runes. Basically 18 speed everywhere, except for slot 4 and 6. So going triple HP, that's kind of really good set. That's at least the baselines of what you want for a Ritesh. So what my Anavel ended up looking like is this right here. So it's 200 speed, 30,000 HP, and decent attack. No crit rate. I really did want to try and get crit rate. The resistance and accuracy is kind of there. He's not good for. I mean, he works in Giants if you have a slow team. But Ritesh is just good for Guild Wars. He's like a Guild War defense god. He will defense break everything. He will violent proc and heal nonstop. He's just a really staple defense monster. He's okay on offense too, I believe. No one uses him on offense, but I think he's fine on offense. When you can control the provokes and all that stuff. I think Ritesh overall is just really strong. It's just and anything that's I've said it, anyone that does damage scaling off defense and HP or speed are really nice units because you don't sacrifice damage to get those other stats that you need. Yeah, I think skill 1 needs accuracy. All these 25% chance to stick, but then it does I believe still it goes up to 30. But I still believe it goes through the accuracy check. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yes. But overall, Ritesh, insanely good. Only thing I have a problem with Anavel is, again, my double mon issues. 2 more here and 3 more here. That's minimum. I'm guessing I would want to at least get this 5%. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is. Is there a way to look at people who are on your friends list? Yeah. You just go to community, friends list, and visit. You can see, alright. If you see them in chat, you can still view their stuff. If you can. I think if you see them in chat, you can view their stuff. Or if they are in the leaderboards of something like arena leaderboards or even TOA leaderboards, I think you can see those islands. So if you are a top 100 player, people have the ability to stalk you. Outside of that, if you say anything in chat, they can stalk you. So something like you can stalk the people here. Oh no, you can't do TOA. Oh. Is it just arena? I guess it's just arena you can stalk. So, so this is, again, you can stalk the people on the top of the arena list, and you can see whoever the top ranked players are right now. That's the only ones you can see, and you can only see what they don't hide in storage. So, a lot of top players do hide their units in storage so that you can't see what they are using and can't, forcibly copy or counter them directly like that. Hey Deb, how you doing? Welcome. I'm a little disappointed that those guild wars were not interesting. I really wanted a tougher guild to face. Hopefully later in the week we get a couple of stronger guilds to face off against because I need to see Anavel do real action. We also have arena reset, so I haven't really got a good arena team to work around it yet. Yes, yeah, because you can take the units out of it. RTA now? Yeah, I guess so. RTA now is, again, without, so yeah, just right now, just people don't RTA right around now because there are no rewards out there. What do you want to see? What do you mean you're not doing stuff right? You know, it's, this game's all about, normal grinding, normal progression. You'll eventually get there. Alright, let me just do my, But right now, like I said, RTA is just, until they open the new season up, then, we'll be doing a lot more RTA. I have some new plans out there. Not new, nothing groundbreaking out there, but I ruined more units more towards that RTA build than I was before. And it's really, I put my Juno back on more conventional runes than the attack build that she was on before. I built her back at that normal speedy Nemesis Despair, and that's because I just needed a strip. I needed a reliable stripper out there, and the damage Juno was nice, but it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So I had to put Juno back on the normal Despair, that Despair set. This Despair Nemesis 230 speed. The only problem I had with that was putting that on Despair. It took away from my Sekhmet, and now Sekhmet's no longer on Despair. She's on similar runes as before, just not on the Despair set. So it takes away some Sekhmet's utility. Hey Tank, how are you doing? So I just didn't. It's a balance out there which I just didn't like. But the speed was still there, and I think that puts. And I heavily rely on Sekhmet. Not having her on Despair set kind of. I feel it takes away some of her utility. But I think still just the rune sets, I think, put the speed where I need it to be. Again, we moved Okeanos to a speed, a faster build. So it's my only issue. Wow, Shannon makes my team. My issue is I feel I'm very, very heavy dependent. I'm still very vulnerable to double immunity teams. So basically, Wusa Villagewell. Until I get one of those myself, I think it's going to be a big problem because I can't basically counter them. I can't take one away. I think that's going to be a huge issue. And that's, to me, my biggest issue with RTA. Until you get one of those, I mean, they are pretty much king of RTA unless you have a direct counter to them. And the only direct counters to those units are Iris. I'm trying to think what other Iris, possibly Gemini. Even Gemini is very situational for the every turn strip. And you need a reliable stripper and Iris is the only one that I feel is a reliable stripper for every turn. Chilling. Chilling is yeah. If they ban Iris, then um, if they ban out, then at least you have the rest of your combo out there. It's okay if they take away the one unit they want you to ban. If you bring a unit they have instantly have to ban, then they have to let everything else through. That's okay. Chiwu, Vitesse, Bernard, Galleon, or Vitesse, Chiwu, Bernard, Sig. Sig probably shouldn't be on arena defense. I don't feel that Galleon's really helping there either, because if you get the attack rate defense break out there, you're not killing anything. You're probably better off going. I guess that Bernard Sig is fine. Bernard Sig is at least better. Again, Galleon's not helping because Vitesse still shouldn't be killing anything, and um, I find that defense real. I mean, that defense is just going to get killed by anything anyway, though. Just because Ritesh Chiwu doesn't provide enough of a threat. So, there's no one in here. No one wants to RTA now. Oh, Island Groans has stuff? Cool. There are people in here now? Alright, let's go into Island Grown stuff. 4-star and under. Okay. I do like how they how Contours has put in, you know, restrictions on how you want to build your teams around, like your RTA matches for the gold gold stuff. You know, the fact that they said you can do no nat 5 challenges, only 20 stars or something like that. Really? Gonna try and Lucian me? That's fine. We're gonna have to take Bernard so that we can try and outspeed him. Yeah, Ritesh is, you know, something that you probably deal with a little bit later on. So we're gonna go with Bethany and Dark Barbarian King afterwards, I think. Test Okeanos. This is a Nat 4 and under contest, so we can't test Okeanos. But we get to play with my 2 fun units out here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we just banned Lucian at this point. Oh, Vert. That's actually interesting. But yeah, we just banned Lucian. One of them will proc, right? One of them will. We might actually outspeed his Orion. I'm not sure about that. Vero's really good for giant speed time. If the early team just, you know, 130 is not bad. Don't worry about what, being, trying to get better than that, really. Yeah, we outsped him. Blah, blah, blah. We want to kill... See, no ignore. That's so painful to see no ignores from Bethany. I do like the idea of Verd and RTA. I just couldn't get my Verd fast enough with the crit rate I wanted. Oh, it's unfortunate. Really? No procs? That's really disheartening. No procs from Dark Barbarian King. We got nothing. We got nothing from Bethany too, and nothing from Dark Barbarian King. I mean, at least he's killing stuff, though. But yeah, I mean, again, no procs from either one, right? He still has a chance to do a proc. We should probably get another turn offer from him. Maybe not. Oh. Let's see. Are they able to kill him here? Of course they are going to. Stun! Ah, so useless. I don't think... I'll assume we'll probably get a Fallen Blossoms. I'm gonna say Chisuma's gonna get Fallen Blossoms off, but... I guess, Violent... You still can't deal with anything against Violent Fox, so... I mean, I think we still win this fight. It's just gonna be long and boring. I mean, we have so much more healing. Chisuma's so much more healing, and... We have attack buff, defense break, but this Orion is actually going nuts on me. For someone who said before they don't know why Orion was good, just see what this Orion's. I mean, granted, this is not your normal fight. But this Orion has gone absolutely nuts. Okay, we can't auto this because they're just gonna heal. Alright, so we didn't have this one. I mean, I feel my Chisun can do this. I just don't want to wait it out. That was so bad. Until things are really up and going, I have problems doing RTA until there's rewards for it. I'm not one that likes just to do practice. It's probably a downside of me right now, but I think a lot of times people. No, I do not have the light Chisun. I don't get nice toys. I don't get those magical mythical stuff like Dark Nat 5s. But my understanding is she is quite broken. Or maybe not completely broken. I think she's just really good. I don't think she's broken. I think her skill set is... I think maybe the cooldown increased a little bit. No problem, Matthew. No problem. I don't know. Ask questions anytime. This is what I do in my stream, so... I haven't watched Farron's RTAs, but I mean, I just know... Like, there's a difference. Like I think Tableau, I think, is broken. I think with just the light, I think it's just a nice. I think the cooldown time on it's a little bit. And I think even actually, with the reduction of violent procs, will actually make the light Chisun fairly balanced. I think. You have a target you should speed. But again, if you reducing that. Reducing the violent procs really does take away the brokenness of her, I think. You know, some units, I think the violent procs, she just gain her own attack bar. Is that how that works too? I haven't used her enough, or I haven't used her myself, so I don't know how stupidly broken that is. Again, for a light Dark Nat, I don't think people have too much of issues when light Dark Nat 5s are highly powered, because again, they're so rare. You want units. You want to be able to get you want units in the game that are really hard to get. That are really good. I think the bigger problems when Nat 4s are that good, like Dark Nat 4s. So I have problems with Iris and I have problems with Tabo. I think those two units are for. I think those two units, because the Nat 4s, they're, I mean, not easy to get, but easier to get. And they're just, I think, for their skill set, are just really crazy. I think Iris is going to be shown a lot more, especially this upcoming RTA season. I feel Iris is going to be, because Despair sets and Swift sets get better this RTA season than last. And Iris was already crazy on Despair already. So now that Despair sets are getting pushed up as higher up, one of the better units on Despair probably gets a boost. I could be wrong about that, but I do think, I think already Iris was top tier because the immunity is such a big deal and every turn ship is so crazy. Baron was ranked 5 for a reason too. I think he was ranked 5, or 5 or 6 or something like that. Baron, I think, was the highest ranked global player in RTA this season. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised that he has runes to put 170 on violent. 170 on violence faster than my fastest Swift set. My fastest Swift set's 170, I think, or 171. So, yeah, to put that on violent is just nuts. That's what the power of people who can farm all day and also spend money for reappraisal rooms and stuff like that. Really, really crazy what they can do with some of these rooms. 170 violent is just nuts, though. Should be faster than that, because isn't the Light Trisuda, I think she awakens into speed, so I think she has a base speed of 116. So if it's plus 170, it's like 286 then. Because I'm pretty sure she awakens into speed. That's crazy that, units that awaken into speed that are heavily reliant on speed. Well, but Matthew, we're talking about the highest ranked player in some. So don't be discouraged that your runes are not as crazy as basically someone who's been playing since. I think Baron's been playing since the start of the game, and he's been farming nonstop for 3 years. He spent a lot of money on the game, and he's, I don't want to say, it's just when when you're comparing yourself to the top of the top, it's like comparing, it's like basically saying, good basketball players can't compete with LeBron James or something like that. That's kind of like the comparison. There are good players, and then there's the best of the best. Oh no, 100 plus 170 speed. So it was like 286, 287, something like that. Yeah, that's the craziness of the runes. That's an extra 100 speed off your Veramos. Yeah, no, Baron runes are insane. I'm not gonna deny that it is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's the top ranked RTA global player. There were a few in Asia server that ranked higher, I think. I know the guy who ranked #1 said he spent like insane amount of money on a glitch. So that, I'm not saying it takes away from what he did, but yeah, it does take away from the accomplishment of finishing ranked 1. He still gets his little trophy and he gets his name on the leaderboards, and that's great for him. But I do feel when someone openly says there was a glitch in the game, I bought $15,000 worth of reappraisal stones. It's not really, a fair field, because reappraisal stones were supposed to be limited to, I think, 30 a month, and so that's like $300 or $500 worth of stuff. And yeah, no, he pretty much said he blew. There was a glitch out there where if you reinstall the game, you could open up buying those reappraisal stones again. So you just uninstalled the game, installed it again, and dropped another $50 to buy more reappraisal stones, and you just did it over and over again. Some of these people out there have crazy money, and all the power to them. If they want to spend the money on the game, that's fine. That's insane to me. Well, but again, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But I do find if it's supposed to be limited to a certain amount, and Comtours decided you can only buy 10 a month of the package, and someone found a way to buy 1,000 of them, kind of broken. What level of my glory? My glory buildings are all maxed outside of the mana tree and like the arcane towers. Everything else is maxed with. So even my light, dark, all the elemental ones are. Actually, I think they closed off that glitch too, but for a while it was open, and Comtours probably sucked out that guy's 15,000 and probably a couple of thousand from a couple of before they closed the glitch out. They said they can't take it away, they can't roll it back or anything like that, and that's probably true or they probably could if they wanted to, but they're not going to roll back something and say, oh yeah, it's going to hand this guy back his money. So, I don't, that's so. As much as I know, the other players haven't openly admitted to it. I mean, the guy who's ranked 1 openly admit that he did it, so that's why I will say it's kind of not right that he did what he did. But is Ardella decent for a wind attacker? Yeah. She's really squishy, but she has uses. I use mine here. Yep. So I'll show it. Ardella has the ability to do crazy amount of damage. You probably shouldn't be building one until you are fairly late game, because she does need some decent runes to do the good damage. She has very little uses outside of Rifts and R5. She's really squishy on her own. So Ardella, again, as a wind nuker, it's fine, but you just want to make sure that you are at the right stage of the game to use it. Ardella is, again, very situational. You need a lot of debuffs for it to be strong. So right there, just at 109,000. That's, my other nukers here. Okay, never mind. Shimite just at 130. But she does 109,000 with default skill. 151 there. That's pretty good damage. I mean, that's ideal circumstances right there. That was attack buff, defense break, branding on a extremely squishy monster with a 50% attack buff. That's not really happening anywhere else. But Ardella, again, just for that little purpose out there, is fine. Again, I mean, if you don't have any other, if you need a wind nuker, that's fine. If you don't have a Lucian, if you early game, I mean, or Katarina is always an option too. Katarina is fusible. Katarina is a decent nuker. Do you need, see, again, I wouldn't build it early on. That's really, I mean, it's not going to help much early on. Even for Giants and Dragons, don't worry about it. Kaido's really good too. I like Kaido. I've never built one yet. He's interesting skill set to me. Single target nuke. But you know, Adele again. If you don't like, it's not a strong win. Early game, it's not going to help you a lot. And for Giants B10, I think she's generally going to be too squishy for. If you're going to build it on a damage roll, Ardell is going to be too squishy. Supremo Skywolf, that's unreliable. It happens when it goes, it works, but. No. Did we fail this? Okay, no, we didn't fail. Again, I don't think I bought my pre-appraisal stones today. It's a new week. So let's reappraise stuff. See, I was just talking about how insanely powerful these things are, and maybe we can see something that's gonna change something for me. So right now, my biggest focus is... So reappraisal stones basically take a rune and let you reroll all the stats on that. So if you take it with a legend rune, you know, you have the potential to get, you know, a 30 speed rune, and that's the dream. None of these swift runes, I think, are. Hold on. I don't use it much. You get to choose. You'll see in a minute, but you get to decide if you want to keep the old rune how it was before versus how it is now. So you get to decide, and that's pretty huge. But so if it's a legend rune, it's gonna have legend rune stats. If it was a blue rune beforehand, it's gonna keep the blue rune. It can be blue. So you have to be careful on how you use it. How's that rune not being? Despair in them, nice or annoying. So I gotta look at. I'm really looking. I'm going crazy looking for speed legend swift sets right now. So legend. Swift. Six star. Slot 1. Okay, that's fine. Slot 6 accuracy. That's not good. Orion's defense. Quebezin, slot 2. Bernard, slot 3. That's fine. Soha, slot. So that's 10 speed, 18 accuracy. So this one is a legend rune here. The new event gives 3 reappraisal stones. Yes, that double HP. That's one of my most efficient runes actually. So this is how reappraisal stones work. So this is a legend rune here. It's 10 speed swift. It's not awful, but I'm looking, for that magical 25 plus speed. So that's why we're going to reappraise this. Speed accuracies, okay. 5 speed, ugh. It's a worse rune actually, right? 10 speed plus, I mean, resistance versus accuracy is nice, but... So, basically, this is basically the power. So, if you have three reappraisal runes, not a big deal. That's a nice rune. I mean, it's not... There's no speed on here. I can't enchant anything out because it... That's a really nice rune, right? Like, it's really nice. I'm looking at it, it's like, it's really nice, but... I mean, I'm not replacing this rune, right? Who else is on my other Swift attack? I mean, right here, the subs are nice, but I mean, again, I need this. Like, if I take this off of here, I lose the speed. If it was no, so if it was a blue rune, so blue runes will only have the four stats on there plus 2 power-ups. A legend rune will have the 4 stats plus 4 power-ups. So that's why you want to make sure that when you do the reappraisal runes, you want it to be on what was naturally a legend rune. Not a plus 12 blue rune that has the 4 stats, but you want to make sure it has the efficiency. I'm going to keep this rune here, but I don't think I can use it right now. Because, again, those are my 2 units that are on Swift attack builds. And, again, I need the speed on those, and... I mean, for my Monkey King, it's... That's 22 crit rate. I mean, but oh my gosh. How do you check if it's a natural? So one way to do it is if you need to either be able to add up the stats on there and know what it was beforehand, or you can use a Summoner War optimizer to do it. I don't think there's a way to tell now what it was when you first started, but so you got to just look at the stats and see, if it was high rolls around the map. So something like this here, you can see speed has at least 1 roll. You can see HP has at least 2 rolls, and resistance has at least 1. Because resistance for a 6-star rune goes from 5 to 8%. HP goes from 5 to 8, I think. 4 to 8? 4 to 8. Speed goes from 4 to 6. So you can just add up to see how many times it rolls into it. That's kind of the math that you have to do with it. And I am noticing my lack of legendary 6-star Swift runes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are my only ones there. Don't worry, Broken Heart. You will get there eventually. I farm a lot, so that's kind of why my runes are where they are. Everyone will get, as long as you keep at it, you'll get there. Don't worry. I spend a lot of time on this game, so I'm not completely proud of how much time I've spent on this game. One sec, I gotta find another rune to reappraise first. Five-star runes? Well, I mean, if those are your runes, those are your runes. That's fine. What's S? When should I start worrying about plus 15ing runes? When you have mana too. It gets extremely expensive too. So I fully understand when people aren't able to do it. Yes, you should reappraise bad legendary runes. Yes, that's the whole point of them. I'm from New York. I was born in Brooklyn. I live slightly upstate from Brooklyn now, but I was born in Brooklyn. Yep, New York. That's exactly where it is. To me, it's not much of an accent, but that's because I grew up with it. So let's see your Florida Fairy King. It's so salty. I really want. It's a speed leader that's good. That has the reset skill. That's just. Where is it? Did I go to the wrong account, or is it just not here? Oh wait, you said it's 5 stars, right? Yeah. If it's awful subs, that's those are. Did I not see him really? Okay, I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm sorry. Crit rate's low. My only gripe with that is crit rate's low. 202 speed's good enough. That's a lot of attack. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm only gonna say crit rate's kind of low. This rune kind of sucks, but that's a nice rune. Speed, attack. This is a nice rune. I like this rune. Holy crap! This is a 5-star rune. This is a 5-star. These stats are amazing for a 5-star rune. This is like, I don't have 6-star runes that have stats this good, really. Yeah, that's a. This rune again. This is for anyone who says why bother with 5-star runes. This is what a 5-star rune can become. I am in that camp of really having problems working with 5-star runes, but I do power them up very reluctantly. I tend to sell them really quickly. Alright. This is one of those runes that can be magical, by the way. This is, again, min roll speed here, but still can be a very magical rune here. It's an energy rune. Crit damage, kind of what we don't want to see. I power up hero 5-star runes too, because hero ones can still be 20 speed. This one here, again, it has a lot of potential. Don't know how well it's going to turn out. I mean, it's an energy rune. That's the problem with it. It's energy. It's a lot of crit damage. Really don't want more crit damage. It doesn't really roll into speed or crit rate. It's not helpful. And if it rolls into flat HP, it sucks. I mean, if we get the last two 1 into speed, 1 into crit rate, it's a really good rune. You got a 30. Oh my god, that's the dream. Yeah, that's the dream. 30 speed, Swift rune. I'm only looking for 25. 25 would be. My highest is 26 grinded. And the one that is 26 grinded is on a slot 2. So, even then. I'm done. That just right there. I can care less about any other sub on a 30 speed rune. 30 speed rune can have 1 HP, 1 defense, and can have a main stat of nothing. I wouldn't care. 30 speed, I will take it. This could still be 19 speed. This is really good. 26 is really high for a not grinded. Remember, the max you can get on a non-grind is 30. You know, so yeah, right? 6 times 5. Yeah, so the max you can get on a non-grind is 30. So to get 26 means it's a quad roll. And that's... Really? Min roll? I mean, I'm happy with this rune actually right now. If it goes one more into speed, I'm really happy with this rune. Swift accuracy, slot 6 with high speed is not awful. But, you know, obviously, the speed on there is pretty good, you know. It's really, it's a 5-star rune. 15 speed. Okay. I can work with that. Triple roll speed, but it's only hit 15 speed. Legendary slot 5-star, slot 5, attack, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. That's probably a keep. I mean, that's a really good attack rune, especially if it goes into, I mean, early on. Late game, that's probably your sell, but early game, that's pretty good to start. Oh, 40, I mean, slot 2, main stat speed, yes, of course. But yeah, this is my fastest rune. My fastest subset rune is this. And it's sad because it's on a slot 2. So you can't even, it's not, you know, when you're going for your fastest sets, it's not even, you know, ideal. Like I said, if it was a slot 3, 30 speed, it could have 10 defense, 10 flat attack, 100 HP. I'd be perfectly happy with that rune. Not even perfect, I'd be like ecstatic about that rune. Did someone say the new event here had reappraisal stones? Oh, they're having a Kantos is supporting a Riona stream. So I don't understand with this event right here. What is this stuff here? Where these units are here? I just didn't seem to get what that's showing here. Like why is Rina, Chloe, Chasoon, I don't even know what these units are anymore. Faye, like... Oh! I was supposed to collect something earlier. No! You can collect scrolls from here, it looks like. I don't think I collected the one from earlier today then. When I did the first one. That's why they're there? I probably should have read the event beforehand. Oh, okay, so you can go back and... did I collect that? Okay, I did collect that one. Okay, good. So that's what those are there for. So you get points for arena. So yeah, where are the reappraisal stones? I didn't realize there was all this into it. I mean, I just did stuff bonus. Okay, so you get water scroll. 10 legendaries. Light dark. Oh, okay, there we go. 3 reappraisals. Really? No double mod? Okay, that's actually nice. We do get 3 reappraisals, really nice. I do like that. This rune just looks so good to me that you can enchant HP and attack onto it too. It just hurts not to see speed on there. Because if you're going on a swift set, you generally want some, I mean, 24, 35 though, and I mean, the HP is really good too. Yep, Anavel's a new toy. We got to play with Anavel a little bit, but I didn't get a good guild war today, so we'll play with it more next week. Yeah, all the Summoner War events are pretty good. You know, anytime they give you free stuff but just doing stuff you normally do, you know, even the other ones that people generally don't like, the ones that just give you 30 crystals and 50 energy every day, you know, that's a lot of resources to get back every day. We're kind of, I don't like slow units. I find anytime I build a slow unit, they die. They die before I get a chance to use them. So I have really tough time using slow units. It's just my opinion. Anytime, any unit that I'm building that's under like 160, 170, 180 speed, you know, it's a bit of an issue. Hey Drazo, by the way, I saw your video the other day, the one that you just made, about how the Tableau plus, what was that other unit? That's stupidly, the White Hawk Magician? That's crazy overpowered how good those units are together. Or, I just think, in general, Tableau alone is just really OP. Yeah, so all these events out there, you know, just when Counters gives us free stuff for doing stuff that you would normally be doing. You know, if you're playing this game anyway, you're normally farming a lot as it is. So just getting free, you know, even these spins out there, they're, you know, people crap on them. You know, you generally get crap with a lot of these spins. But even the, you know, extra 45 energy is nice to get it for doing absolutely nothing. So I don't really have too much of an issue. Nerf Hathor, Gani, Tableau, Iris. I don't have a, like, Hathor's not even, I don't think Hathor is that big of an issue. Hathor, I think at first Hathor was more of an issue. I think Hathor is, like, there's counters around Hathor. You know, basically, the immunity, the cleansers is a big way about, you know, and that's what the meta is right now. I do feel Iris, Tableau, and Gani are issues. I've faced good Hathors. I understand. I don't think Hathor's insanely broken. I also think right now the one-turn violent stop, the one-turn violent, is going to be a big detriment to Hathor. Because a lot of times what allowed the infinite sleep to go on is when Hathor really violent procs a few times, because the 2-turn sleep is on a 5-turn cooldown, I think. Is it 5? Or is it? I think it's a 5-turn cooldown. So it's the violent procs that really help, you know, reduce that counter down a lot. I think the one violent proc will help with that a little bit. And again, she's not. I don't think she needs to be nerfed. Hathor, I don't think needs to be nerfed. I do think Tableau needs to be nerfed. Tableau, Iris, those two I think are very problematic. See, Tableau, I think the issue I have with Tableau is I don't like things that go through immunity. I understand the reason it has to go through immunity. The reason you need to go through immunity is because you don't want immunity on your own team so that they can't abuse it that way. But the fact that it goes through your opponent's immunity just makes it like, and there's no resistance check. I think if Tableau had a resistance check, it'd be fine. I think that's all. I mean, that's all I really. Or it doesn't go through opponent's will, but it goes through your own will. So that way, I guess that makes Tableau really terrible then. I'm trying to think what else, like what can make Tableau a little bit more balanced. Iris, I think, is a little bit unbalanced too, where I think if you only made the strip happen, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. If the strip only happened on your turn, so a revenge strip won't happen. I think that's fair too. Maybe if the spare stun only hit the main target, not the follow-up attacks, the splash damage. That may be a good reason. That may be a good nerf to Iris or Despair in general. You know, something like that. I think is a fair thing to for Iris. So, I mean, Iris still would be really good without that. And I think it just goes from, you know, really good. Not monsters I don't have. It's not about monsters I have. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's monsters that I think are just unbalanced. If I'm gonna go nerf monsters I don't have, that's gonna be a very long list of stuff I don't have. And I'm not saying nerf Sierra. I don't have an issue with Sierra. I don't have an issue with Camilla. I don't have issues for, you know, a lot of those crazy. I have issues with Tablo, Iris, Ganny a little bit. Nerf the Water Monkey King. He's gotten 3 buffs to get where he is. Remember, think about that. He's had 3 buffs to get where he is. Or 2 buffs or 3 buffs. I think he's gotten 3 buffs to be where the Water Monkey is now. Think about that. What other monster has gone through 3 buffs and still lower tier? Sierra's already fucked up. But yeah, I think Iris needs just a little bit of fine tuning. I believe Lucian should be nerfed. Yes, I actually do think Lucian should be nerfed a little bit. I don't know what's proper for Lucian. I think if they just lowered Lucian's base attack a little bit, I think that would actually be pretty fair. You know, the whole ignored defense is fine. I think his base attack for ignored defense is a little bit combined together is kind of odd. Not odd. I understand why they did it, and it's been going on for so long. I don't see it ever changing. You mean the days when Sierra was considered useless? Those are the days that Sierra was useless, or Sierra was seen as terrible. Hey, Toshcat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's not the picture I wanted there. But yeah, Tiana, I have issues with all units that are completely unresistible. So Tiana, I find the same issue with. Water Fairy, I don't have an issue with the Water Fairy King. I really have no issues with the Water Fairy King. I actually think he's perfectly fine the way he is. 33% speed lead with 1 turn AoE reset's fine. You know, it's a really good leader skill. That's all it is. I mean, he does bring other stuff too. I don't think he's broken. I think he's really good. I think he's perfectly fine. I have no issues with the Water Fairy King. Ganny, again, I have issues with you can't reset Ganny. Sorry, you can't reset Ganny's second skill. I understand the reason they don't have that so that he doesn't reset himself. But if I want to reduce Ganny's cooldowns, you know, Zeros, Sekhmet, Okeanos, even another Fairy King, Daphnis, you know, if they reset Ganny, they should reset both skills. The fact that you can't reset his skill 2, I think is a problem. It's I think it's the consequences of not being able for him to reset himself on it. No, Triton is not better than Tiana. No. I have Triton. He can be used on defense, granted, yes. He is not better than Tiana. No way would anyone say that. It's 0.3% for LD. 3 turn on Ventilate too. Again, the 3 turn on Ventilate wouldn't be an issue if you can reset it, I think. Or it wouldn't be as problematic if you can reset it yourself, you know. I do think it should be a 4 turn cooldown. But again, I think the bigger problem is you can't reset. And it's 0.5 for non for not LD, like Nat 5s. 0.3 for LD Nat 5s. Tiana sucks if you don't have Gallon. That's probably kind of true. That can be useful. That's probably true if Tiana doesn't suck if you have it. But most people who have Tiana have Galleon. Or if you summon enough to get a Tiana, generally you will summon enough to get a Galleon. I do think Ganny's not even so much a skill 3s. Again, skill 3 problem with irresistible effects. I don't mind. Again, things that go through immunity and things that are irresistible are an issue. Everything should have at least that 15% resistance check. I think that's really fair. Yeah, I think the Water Fairy King I think is fine. I mean, it's a nice skill set. It's a good skill set. It's a balanced skill set. Again, it's really 33% speed lead. That's probably the part that's broken on it. And you know, someone has to have the fastest attack bar, the fastest speed leader. Whoever that unit is, you know, it's generally going to be the good unit. You know, for a long time, Vanessa was really good just for that until the Water Fairy King came along. Once the Water Fairy King came along, Vanessa became crap because, well, the Water Fairy King had the same speed lead and actually did something useful. Vanessa beforehand was king in the arena because of that 33% speed lead. That's really what the really, does the Water Fairy King, if the Water Fairy King speed leader was 24%, I don't think anyone would really care about him. You know, that's my opinion. You know, I think if the Water Fairy King speed leader was 24%, or if it was like 28%, no one would care about him. That's really the issue with it. They said buff lag. Lag is fine, right? Lag has Squall. How's lag needing a buff? Squall is so OP. Plus, his skill 3 is not bad either, right? It's the AoE defense break. Is his brother's better? I think it's debatable if Rakan's better. Lagron's, I mean, I get he's underrated, but I think he's, you know, just Squall Chimeras, you know, do so much damage. Squall, I mean, Teo awake. What makes Teo better is because he awakens into crit rate or speed. Teo awakens into one of those, I think, and that's kind of. I think that's kind of what makes it a little bit better, a little easier to ruin. That's Teo awakens into crit rate. That's kind of what makes you know, while lag doesn't, right? Lag awakens into something silly. Oh, if it awakens into speed, then that's actually not too bad then. How much, I mean, really? How much damage does it really do? I mean, 8k? Right? 9k? I think a good Fairy King maybe do 10k? That's, I mean, it's damage, yeah, but it's not. Peter, what's up? I'm sorry, did I miss something? I'm sorry, yeah. Oh, yeah, he awakens into speed. So yeah, I think Lagron's perfectly fine as it is. 16k? I have not seen. How many Water Fairy Kings do 16k off death? I haven't seen any in like G1 area that does that much damage on their death. You don't know how you used to build Zeros? Generally Despair or Violent. I probably think Despair. You can either go damage or you can go for tanky. I think I would prefer tanky. I think most people go damage though, but I think I would prefer tanky. Giants speed 10 speed team? Sure. come into 5002, come say hi, and let me know when you're in there. We could take a look. But generally, speed teams are going to look something like this. Double Evolution Galleon's kind of the start of speed teams for Giant Speed 10. So you don't. I mean, if you're saying 16K with armor break, I mean that means you're controlling when you can't control when someone kills your Fairy King. So if they kill you with the armor break on them, then that's kind of, you know, that's kind of on you to kill it when you're in the situation to be AOE killed. Unless it happens to die to dots or something like that, or something really, you know, odd. You know, the opponent gets to control when they kill the Water Fairy King. Generally, you know, if you have, obviously, if Galleon just puts on AoE armor break on you, that's not a good time to kill the Water Fairy King. And if you don't have a cleanser on your team, or you don't have immunity, you know, that's kind of a problem on the team you're bringing against it. I think generally, that's why I don't think the Water Fairy King skill set is that awful. Again, it's a powerful unit. It's a strong unit. It's a good unit. It's not broken. Yeah, come to 5002. Come say hi. Let me know when you guys are in there. Let me know what your in-game name is too, because there aren't any farmable immunity buffers. Yeah, but you can use Veramos for cleanse. Veramos is perfectly fine for cleanse. If not, you can use stuff. I mean, not farmable, but Draco. They gave out Draco for Hall of Heroes. I want to say they gave out Delphoy as Hall of Heroes. I'm not sure if they did actually. No, because they did the light and the light and dark Undyne. Did they and the water one? Did they do a Delphoy one? I can't. I for some reason swear they did. Okay. Pete, you still around? You said you had to go. We'll look at Pete first, and then we will look at that Korean name that I can't say. Oh, Loki. Yeah, Delphi, right? Okay, so they've done immunity ones. If not, they gave out Draco too. So so it's not, you know, not like they haven't given you some stuff to work with. All right, we're gonna look at these three, and then I gotta go after that. But again, like I was saying, they have given out some immunity stuff out there. Oh, we got some nice stuff. So you have Chow, Lucian. Those are really nice starts for speed teams. Delphoy wasn't actually. I couldn't remember if Delphoy was in that. So, early game Chandra's not going to help you. Okeanos isn't going to help you early on. Okeanos is built really nicely, though. That's actually pretty decent runes on him. We may want to strip him off to put it on something that's going to help you out a little bit more. Oh, correct. Oh, yeah, I actually remember reading about that. So, what I would probably work on right now is, I think, for where you are, Theomars is probably going to be your best damage dealer that you should build up. Just in general, that's going to help you a lot moving up. Oh, you have a Dark Barbarian King. Welcome to the club. He's a fellow brother. Chasun's going to probably help. For progression-wise, Chasun's going to help you the most. It's not going to help you build a speed team, but just progression-wise, Chasun is going to, can carry you through all of TOA. Through Dragon's B10. Through, like, Arena, Guild Wars. I would highly, highly recommend leveling Chasun up. I actually have zero issues if you gave Chasun as many devil mods it takes to skill up these two. If you have Sky Dances to feed, do that instead, of course. But if you have to use devil mods and max skills Chasun, 100% will do that over any like Nat 5. Well, not any, but oh, you already maxed out the Okeanos too. That's really good. You're stuck on TOA 100 hard. Wow, for where you are, this is actually, pretty, for where you are, getting to TOA 100 hard is pretty impressive. Because you don't have, again, you only have 6 stars, and you're already at TOA 100. That's, oh no, wrong person, sorry. But to where you are, if you're looking just for speed dragons, Theomars, Yaku's gonna help. Yaku you should not be building yet because it's more of a later thing. It's really for when you're trying to get that really, really fast runs out there. Lucian should be there fine. Um, um, it's probably not. Yeah, I was reading the wrong one. But again, TOA 100, again, if you just did Spectra, Beretta, and Mav, it probably can do TOA 100. Hard. But for your speed runs, you're not ready for speed runs yet because again, for speed runs you really need, everyone needs to be 6-starred, because you're gonna need every little bit of damage you get on there. Theomars, Lucian, Galleon, Chow, those are all really strong choices for speed runs. But right now you should be looking for about like 2-minute runs, 2 to 3 minute runs. I think is just fine. And even if that's just Lucian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's a fine team. It should probably be able to clear it. What I said was Vero, Bella, Lucian, Megan, Chow. Oh, 145 is, I mean, where you are in the game, 145 is pretty good. No, wrong person. Yeah, 140. Okay, 145. Yeah, 2 minutes is fine. Again, I mean, for where you are, 2 minutes is fine. If you want to speed it up, again, it's really gonna be Gally and Theo. That's when you can start to get these people into your teams that will speed it up a little bit. You can throw Hua in there to speed it up a little bit as well. Hua is pretty good at killing the trash stuff beforehand. I don't recommend that early on though. Wind Barbarian King also really good for it. Lin is really good too. Again, those are later game monsters. But I think where you are now, 2-minute runs are, I think, really fine for where you are. I mean, you see my runs now. My runs are about a minute. So 2 minutes, 1 minute. It depends on how much you're playing, how much you're farming. If it's really worth it for you to speed it up more than that. Tsuno Ryan can't easily do a lot of crazy stuff out there. I don't have a big issue against Tsuno Ryan. That's a very strong team out there. Bastet good for Artifact. Bastet's perfectly fine. Bastet puts a lot of debuffs out there. Gives shield, gives attack buff. It's fine. I don't think she's ideal, but I think she works fine. Alright, Loki. Oh yeah, but Bastet, again, it's okay. And frontlining, I personally like the Fire Panda a lot, so I don't have a big issue with it. So this account here, very early game. Don't have much to work with, but you have a Water Fairy King. Obviously, I would recommend for this here is work on Bella and Vero. That's really all this game can really work. I mean, that's really all you can work on this team at this point here. I mean, work towards that Veramos fusion. Veramos is insanely good. Just work towards that fusion. That's real. You farm Famon a lot, don't you? That's good choice, by the way. The shield is OP as a safety net. The problem with it is the boss, every time it jumps, and that's generally when you die, is after the jump, it strips all your buffs away. So the shield is not as reliable as people think it is. So I don't like depending on that shield as a safety. I mean, as a little bit safety net is fine. But yeah, really what this account needs to do, work towards Veramos fusion. And on Sunday, farm for Bella. That's really the 2 next steps you need to do. Once you get that, you have all your basic tools you need to progress. But leveling fodder is perfectly fine. None of these units here should be 6-starred yet. Your first 6-star should be when you get Veramos. Basically, all your focus should be working towards Veramos. That's really what it is. that should be your first 6-star. Again, of these units here, this is obviously your best unit, but it's not helping you early on. Yeah, Bella, it's hard to get into it, but it's so worth it once you get Bella. Unfortunately, it's really hard to do that. Is Okeanos good as a nuker? Not really. I did Okeanos as speed crit damage attack, attack crit damage attack. Does okay damage, but he's so much better as crowd control. Hey Brad, you around? What do you need help with, Brad, by the way? I'm looking. Trying to scroll up to see Brad's stuff. Yep, I'm on global. So, yeah, Brad, what were you looking for? Oh, we're just looking general, but we would help on who specifically, because you have a lot of stuff to go through. Elemental Rick, anyone in particular? Well, he has a Wind Panda, so I would probably ignore the Fire Panda when you have a Wind Panda. Wind Panda is just basically defense, crit damage defense, or defense HP defense. That's how Wind Pandas are generally built. Fire Pandas. If you have the damage, if you have the ability to go, because they're really tanky as it is anyway. So it's perfectly fine. But yeah, no runes on there makes it kind of hard. You have all 3 pandas, and none of them have runes on them. Wind Panda, Water Panda is really an RTA unit and Guild Wars unit. You want a lot of HP, a lot of speed on it. Accuracy is a nice bonus if you can get there, but Molong, just a crap load of HP and speed. That's really all it is. Wind Panda, my absolutely most wanted unit. Just basically violent anything, and defense, speed, defense, maybe HP defense. You want the defense to do more damage, the HP, so it just doesn't get loosened as easily. You want decent speed. I would probably ruin it. Defense, HP, and find speed subs. That's how I would build it. But I have the ability to probably go, defense, HP, and still get, 170, 180 speed. Galleon, Perna, Triton. That seems perfectly fine. Strip, nuke, strip, defense break, nuke. Seems really good. Leica's really good for the, why is the crit rate so low on Leica? Crit rate should probably be a little bit higher on Leica. Wait, what? Did you just take all your runes off and didn't ruin any Nat 5s? Yeah, everything seems to be missing runes. Yeah, I think you just took everything off and then, alright. I would love to help a little bit more, but I gotta go. So, yeah, I got, but there's just so much emptiness on this account. I mean, alright, Brad, sorry, I do gotta go. I gotta pick up my wife. I will be back on Wednesday to stream. Anyone who's new to the stream, if you like what you've been watching, please throw me a sub on YouTube or just follow on Twitch. It's free to do that, and it just helps me out a little bit, so, or helps my ego out a little bit, so please do that. If you did like what you've been watching, just let you know when I go live. And if not, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night. That's not bad, Brad, at all, by the way. $100 for that account. I mean, I spent 500 of mine, and I don't have anything close to what you did. I just spent a lot of time. Alright.